remember one day I was coming out of the house. I was going to work and a car was passing by. And then the lady slowed down beside me and just told me, "You look nice, you have to know." "You should know, you look really nice." And then she kept driving. So I said, "Thank you." And then she drove away. And I had this smile on my face. That was someone who seized the opportunity to encourage me in a certain sense, you know. Hello everyone. Welcome to Connecting the Dots with IH the Connector. That's me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking on that link. We are still connecting. I hope that your dots are getting connected as we're going along. All right, so today I'd like to talk about another small but seemingly unremarkable opportunity that I think we should seize, and that's the opportunity to encourage someone. These things don't sound groundbreaking. It doesn't sound like you've gone to work on the moon. It sounds very ordinary, but I've seen that doing that can change somebody's life. It could literally be the difference between life and death for somebody. So whenever you have the opportunity to, and it crosses your mind, I'll urge you to encourage someone. Send someone an encouraging text message. Call someone. Say, "I'm just going to check on you, see how you're doing." Visit someone if it's convenient for you and for them, I guess. Send someone a note. Do something to encourage someone. Last week I was on my way to work and I saw a lady walking down the road. She had a baby on her back and then a little child, maybe 3 years old, between 3 and 4 I would say, who she was like leading along the road. When I saw them, I just felt like, and I don't know, I'm not saying it's for that particular woman alone. I'm sure it's the case for many people, but it's not something that hits me all the time the way it hit me that morning. I saw her and I just felt like this woman has put a lot of effort to be here, and someone has to let her know that what you're doing, we appreciate it. You've done a good job. Your children are dressed, they're ready for school, you're taking them out to go to school. I felt like she needed to be applauded. Unfortunately, I was in a moving vehicle. I couldn't wind down the window and, shout across the road. I couldn't do that. I hope that someone appreciated her that day. I don't take that for granted too, because in my experience, I've seen that when these things occur to you, I dare say God knows what that person needs, and He's telling you so that you can supply that need. So maybe you meet someone, the person needs to be encouraged. Someone needs to know. I remember one day I was coming out of the house. I was going to work and a car was passing by. And then the lady slowed down beside me and just told me, she said, "You look nice, you have to know." "You should know, you look really nice." And I found that as I walked, and then she kept driving. So I said, "Thank you." And then she drove away. And I had this smile on my face, but that was someone who seized the opportunity to encourage me in a certain sense, So whatever you're doing today, you meet someone crosses your mind, you see someone who's done good work, who's put in an effort, seize the opportunity to encourage them. Let them know they have tried. People can go through life feeling unseen, like nobody can see them. I saw a clip, it was a reel, I think, on social media. It was Susan Sarandon, a big Hollywood actress. And there's a gentleman, I can't remember his name right now, but he's also quite big in my estimation. And it was a movie, so it was a clip from a movie. And then she asked him, she said, "Why do you think people get married?" And he said, "For passion." I think he said, "For passion." And she said, "No, that's not what she thinks." And he was like, "Why do you think people get married?" She said she thinks people get married so that they are seen. So there's someone else that gets to witness them live their life. That you can live your life and there's no witness. You come and you go like you were never there. But when you get married, there's that one person who has signed the dotted lines agreeing that I'm going to witness you live your life. It stood out to me. People need to be seen. And when you stop and encourage someone, you send someone a note, you send them a WhatsApp message, you say something on the group, that person feels like, they see me. Like, I'm here. I'm not the wall. I'm not wallpaper. I'm here. And it could say something to them. I think it also communicates value. They feel valued. So yes, I'm saying, seize the opportunity to encourage someone. You may be saying, what's that to me? You give someone value. You let them know that they are valued. I think it's a good opportunity to seize. And I also want to seize this opportunity and let you know, if you are watching, be encouraged. You are putting in effort. You wake up, you dress up, you do whatever you do, you breathe, you count. You are valuable. You are important. Don't let anybody make you feel like you are wallpaper, like you were never there. You are. You count. You're worth dying for. That's why Jesus died for you. Don't let anyone put you down. You are important. You count. So that's the opportunity for today. Before we end this episode, I want to thank my classmates in our class page. We are called the Empire class of Federal Government College Warri. Thank you for watching my episodes. There are some questions that Lord Kester, hi Kester asked some questions, and I promised him that I would answer them in the episode. Here's a question from, I'm glad to say I have a question from a viewer. Oh. So here's a question from one of our viewers. His number one question: what's the reason behind the change of your first name we have always known you with? Okay, so growing up, I was called Ifoma. Practically till I was like 18 years old, everybody called me Ifoma. Now people call me Ihoma. Even more, Ihoma Dinihu. Okay. And he's wondering why I was called Ifoma and now I'm called Ihoma. And here's the simple reason. The name on my birth certificate is Ihoma Dinihu. So that's what I was called. It's the name my grandfather gave me. I will tell you, I have an episode where I'm going to talk about names. Okay, in connecting, as we connect. But I grew up answering Ifoma, and I was made to understand that the reason was where I grew up. I grew up in a certain state in Nigeria. In that state, they don't do the, and I hope you hear this well, the ha well. So the name is Ihoma, there's a, like a breath. Ihoma, they don't do it well. But the F, Ifoma, they could do very well. And Ifoma means the same thing as Ihoma. They both mean good thing. It's just dialect. So while one side of Igbo land will say Ifoma to say good thing, my side of Igbo land will say Ihoma to say good thing. And so I think that to just avoid my being called Ioma or Inyoma or one of those things, my parents ended up just calling me Ifoma, and I grew up with that name. So I did not change my first name. What happened was when I got into the university, I met people who could call the name Ihoma, and I just started answering it. But another interesting fact is that my father actually had to add Ifoma to my birth certificate because seeing as I grew up answering it, I wrote it in all my documents, including my secondary school leaving certificate. So my results came out with Ifoma, and my dad said this will present a problem. If you present your birth certificate bearing Ihoma Dinihu, that is my whole name, and you present your results bearing Ifoma, then it will look like they are two different people. So at a point, he went into the birth and whatever certificate registry, and he added Ifoma to my name. So now I am Ihoma Dinihu Ifoma as well. So I hope that answers your question, Kester. I did not drop the name. I just met people who could answer, who could call my name as it should be called. And now, I mean, come to Ghana, I'm called IH. My name has gone through a lot of metamorphosis. Thankfully, they don't call me I yet, but it's all my name. If you call me Ifoma, I answer. If you call me Ihoma, I answer because it's all my name. And if you call me IH, now even my children and my mom call me IH. I also answer that as well. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you in our next episode. I'm the Connector. Thank you. Stay connected. God bless you. Bye.